Governor Rick Snyder and his administration are facing more scrutiny amid the continuing water crisis in Flint. The governor met with Flint Mayor Karen Weaver this morning, establishing a task force to estimate how much money will be needed for blood tests and water filters. The governor has declared an emergency for the city, a crisis that started in 2014 when the city switched its drinking water source from the Detroit system to the Flint River. Governor Snyder says the state will provide services to help Flint. But tonight, critics say the governor was slow to act and should be held responsible.
We had a very constructive, helpful meeting.
In an effort to get in front of what is quickly becoming a national embarrassment, Governor Rick Snyder pledged to work with Flint Mayor Karen Weaver to resolve the city's drinking water crisis, as cost estimates to fix the city's infrastructure are now pegged at $1.5 billion. The governor declared an emergency this week for Flint, apologizing again today as more questions surfaced about the timeline and the governor's response.
What did you know and when did you know it?
Well, again, we're going through that whole process. That was the point of appointing an independent group to go through the whole timeline of events.
You're not answering my question. What did you know and when did you know it today?
So, again, we're going to do this in a comprehensive fashion, not a piecemeal fashion, and I'm going to let independent people, they're doing fine work, follow through with their work.
The crisis has so far forced the resignation of the Department of Environmental Quality Director Dan Wyatt, and a class action lawsuit has been filed in federal court. The U.S. Attorney's Office and the EPA confirm they're investigating. The governor is under new pressure after it was discovered his then chief of staff apparently sent emails about a potential problem with Flint's water last July, months before the lead contamination in Flint's system became public. In those emails, Snyder's former chief says people are scared about the high lead levels being shown in tests, accusing officials of blowing off those concerns. Today, Flint's mayor went on MSNBC to defend what's being done.
So they had some people from the state, but I am appointing some people from the city to be part of this team so we can look and see what do we really need to move Flint forward. What do we need? What are the resources in addition to money? What kinds of supports do we need to put in place for the children and families in Flint that have been impacted by this crisis?
State officials are now strongly recommending that all Flint children under the age of 6 should be blood tested for lead as soon as possible.